Hello students, my name is Arslan and today we're going to start IGCSE Physics 0625 course and I will explain my first lesson which is the first chapter of this book. I'm following IGCSE Physics book version 3. So let's start. First of all, I will introduce this course. Basically, this course consists of 25 chapters and 6 units. So first unit is general physics. General physics there are total 8 chapters. So the second one is thermal physics, which is starting from chapter number 9, and it contains total 3 chapters. And then the third unit is waves. In this unit we will study about light waves, sound wave, electromagnetic waves, all types of waves. And the fourth one is electromagnetism. In this unit, we will study about the relation between electricity and magnetism. And the fifth unit is atomic and nuclear physics. Atomic or nuclear physics. And the last one, which is added since 2023, which is very important, that is called space physics. The last 2 chapters of Unit 6. Let's start our first part, general physics, the first chapter, physical quantities and measurements. The chapter is about measurement. So we will start from physical quantities. All measurable quantities are called physical quantities. For example, if physical quantity means it have two values. First is quantity and another one is unit. For example, you cannot tell the length 5 without any unit. For example, what is the distance between A and B? You will tell only 5. That is not a complete answer unless you will explain the whole with unit. Means 5 kilometers, 5 meters. That is physical quantities. So physical quantities is divided into two quantities which are base quantities and drive quantities. So first of all, we will discuss about base quantities. The base quantities are 7: length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, intensity of light, and amount of substance. And the other are the drive quantities. There are only 7 base quantities and there are 7 base units. These units will help you in IGCSE and AS2. So that are base quantities and other one are drive quantities. What are the drive quantities? The drive quantities which the combination of base quantities. For example, if we combine two or more base quantities, then it will become a drive quantity. For example, when we multiply length with length, it will become area. Similarly, volume, speed, acceleration, force, and there are many drive quantities in physics. So base quantities are only 7. So you have to understand about their units and the names. For example, the area, two lengths, the length of the unit of the length is meter. So length multiplied by length, it's meter square. So you can understand the unit by using the formula. Next one is prefixes. Prefixes are the word or letter added before SI units. For example, if you want to write the value in short form, so you will write in prefix. Let's suppose 2000 gram. So 1000 means kilo. So 2 kilogram is the shortest form. So similarly, there are many prefixes. You have to memorize these values 10 power minus 2, minus 3, minus 3. These are the names and these are the unit symbols. You will use the symbols, not names. For example, 10 power minus 2 is centi. So you will write C, small c. 10 power minus 3, milli. 10 power minus 6, micro. This symbol is mu. 10 power minus 9 is nano. Similarly, these are the multiples and these are the submultiples, mean positive values. 10 power 3 kilo, 10 power 6 mega, and 10 power 9 giga. So you will write their symbols K, M, and G in capital. For example, I gave you the example about speed of light. So you can write the speed of light 300,000 kilometer per second. It is the shortest form. So that is the prefix. If you have any question, ask me in comments. Next topic is length. So this chapter is start from measurement. I will add extra information about physical quantities, prefixes. So you have to understand before that. So first one is length. Measurements. Measurements mean we have studied about physical quantities. All the measurable quantities are physical quantities. So to measure the physical quantities, we need the instruments. For example, length measuring instruments, mass measuring instruments, time measuring instruments. There are many types of instruments. So first of all, length measuring instruments. There are many length measuring instruments according to their accuracy. For example, if you want to measure the length of the pencil, so you will use meter rule. Or if you want to find the length of the wall or length of the road, so you will use measuring tape. So meter rule and measuring tape have the same least count, which is called accuracy. Accuracy means the minimum measurement that can be taken from any instrument. So measuring tape and millimeter, we can measure minimum 1 millimeter. We cannot measure the less than 1 millimeter by using meter rule and measuring tape. So these are the diagram. This is the uh, meter rule and this is the measuring tape. They have the same accuracy. Next one is vernier caliper. So the vernier caliper, there are two types of vernier caliper. One is mechanical, another one is digital. So this is the mechanical vernier caliper. This is the digital vernier caliper. So we can measure the 1/10th part of millimeter by using mechanical vernier caliper. And by using digital vernier caliper, we can use about 100 millimeter, 100 part of millimeter accuracy by using digital vernier caliper. And next one is screw gauge. Screw gauge and vernier caliper are used to measure the small length as well as the external or internal diameter. So screw gauge is the more accurate. Like digital vernier caliper, it can measure up to 100th part of 1 millimeter. That is much accurate. Hope so you will understand about millimeter. What is the length of millimeter? If you see this scale, the small two lines, the distance between these small two lines is millimeter. For example, 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. So we can measure 1/100 part of millimeter by using screw gauge or digital vernier caliper. So next one is volume. How can we calculate the volume? There are many symmetrical shapes, circle, rectangle, triangle. We can measure the volume by using formula. But when we want to measure the volume of irregular objects, for example, stone, piece of anything which is irregular. So for this purpose, we always use measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder is used to find the volume of irregular object. For example, if this is a first measuring cylinder, so just fill it up to appropriate liquid from the pure liquid up to V1. Let's suppose when we put the irregular stone inside it, of course its volume will be increased. So it's V2. When we subtract V1 from V2, we will get the difference, volume difference. That will be the volume of that irregular piece. So that is, for example, I give you the example. The volume without the stone is 25 cubic centimeter. And when we put the stone, the volume is increased, that is 31 cubic centimeter. So V2 minus V1 will be equal to 7 cubic centimeter. So the 7 cubic centimeter is the volume of the stone. Okay, next, last one is the very important part of this chapter, how to calculate the density. Density is represented by the symbol rho, and density is the ratio between mass over volume, and the unit of density is, the unit of mass is kilogram and unit of density is cubic meter. So you can write kilogram per cubic meter or gram per centimeter. So we need mass and volume to calculate the density. So we can use the mass by mass measuring instrument, by electronic balance, and we can use the measure the volume by using measuring cylinder or by using symmetrical formulas. So when we divide these value, we will get the volume. It is very easy. If you get the uh, exact volume and exact mass, you can calculate the density. That's it. That was the first chapter of first unit, measurement of the general physics. So after that, we will start chapter 2, and we will try to solve the past papers. And if you have any question, do your comments. And if you need this lesson in the PDF form, so you can ask me in comments. Thank you.